Sit down my notes. Hey everybody, so it has been a long 4 months, but we are back. And Young Justice, Season 2, Episode 8, Satisfaction. Yes, it is. It is Satisfaction. Again, I can go into, if you watch my previous videos, storytelling, development, plot direction, actual overall having an idea and a structure in place, and they have that. And what more can I say? It's people are saying it's finding its own. I think this season it found its own, and it converted me. I look forward to this. I kind of schedule my weekends somewhat around to a point where I can watch the show, do this, and it's therapeutic. It's happy, but again, Young Justice Satisfaction. It was plain and simple. It is a origin story. It's really developing around it. Again, if you want a comprehensive review, the show shows 24/7. You know how much I praise his work. He does excellent work. Um, but the overall theme is the psyche of Ollie and the psyche of Roy, original Roy, OR and CR. I'll just call him that. Copy Roy, original Roy. But actually, I'm just going Red Arrows and Arsenal now. I mean, that's just again how basically Arsenal is it's the psychological damage done to him for the past 8 years, and Green Arrow's lack of doing anything, his ability to just move on, it came full circle, and how that introduced basically his development, his progression, his no longer being in his shadow into being the living Arsenal. Overall, I really enjoyed the episode. I'm just gonna say that, but did I really have to say that? Maybe because again, it was 4 months off and it's a new episode, so that's why we're just so anxious about it. But when I thought about it a few times, it's very good. It's very good. Let me see. Main plot: Roy's Arsenal when he was still Speedy, wanting revenge, and wanting to get his revenge, and wanting to develop that satisfy that sense of satisfaction, pun intended. And his coping mechanism, I guess, would be the death of Lex Luthor. So goes after him, does a pretty good job. And when I was looking at the one-armed boy fight, he's doing a very good job. He's doing an excellent job. And his use of explosives, like, okay, they're basically just teasing us right now that he's going to be Arsenal. And then at the end, Luthor giving him the arm, like Arsenal. Um, Overall, like I said, it's excellent story writing. It's thinking out of the season. It's having a direction. It's just great. I had a few little candid notes that I noticed. One was, of course, you can go into the Hall of Fallen Heroes, and you've heard me talk about this. How I kind of felt it, and how like certain characters, like we can go into if you've seen the previews, how Static, how we all saw Static, how I said, you know what, metahumans, they're going to bring Static. I knew they were going to bring Static. And you know what? Another thing I said was every 5 years is a long gap. No telling what happened in that 5 gap. And then with that 5 year gap, they can write seasons upon seasons of shows. And one of those was the Fallen Heroes, and of course in the middle, you know how much I'm a Batman fan. If you've watched any of my reviews, you know that. So Jason Todd, and that alone, just like I was giddy like a little schoolgirl. Like no, but in all seriousness, that alone will, for me, keep me enthralled completely. Um, Red Hood, like that alone. Oh my God, Red Hood alone would just good job, good job to the producers of the show. I'm looking forward to it. Again, if you want more of a comprehensive review, Cirque Show. There's so many other people. I wish I just Google the episode, this YouTube the episode. You can get a comprehensive review. But this is just my thoughts on it. Again, one other thing I noticed that it was just very subtle for me was it was interesting, the bridal shower, the loss of life, the basically the mourning process for Artemis. And I'm just like, when they find out that chick's not dead, oh man, that's gonna. I love that. Onto itself will probably be another episode, another season. What am I talking episode? Another season of things that they could do with that. But one, if you didn't notice, I don't know how old people are that review this, but I'm old enough to watched and know the original Superbad's with Christopher Reeve. And if you didn't notice, Luther was calling his head of security Otis, and I just found that was a little jab, and I think that was more or less intended to the older audience. And that's one thing I noticed that this cartoon series has done. It recognizes the fact that, you know what, a lot of our audience is older, so they will understand these older references. And thank you for doing that. They have their little young kid moments, but they pay homage to the series and to the history of DC before them. I mean, that's really all I wanted to talk about. I'm going to keep it very brief. Very busy day. Busy time for me. Again, next week, hopefully I can be able to do it. Change into my schedule, so we'll see. But satisfaction, that word alone. What more can I say? Everyone, take it easy. Bye. Keep up the good work, everyone. Young Justice forever. Jason Todd.